Very, very familiar. I mean, Power is one of the highest rated series. If we're really talking like in TV, you know what I mean? It's like it is as crazy as Game of Thrones. It's one of the it's amazing, you know, and it's had a lot of reach and a lot of people love it. And there is a reason a lot of people love it because it is fantastic. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful show. And so obviously I knew about it. Everybody knew about it. And I'm a fan. Okay, so I didn't know who I was playing. The I didn't had no idea. It was very secretive. It was like that Marvel thing of signing, like they don't really give you any information. And I get why. I totally understand. So I knew that I was going to be meeting with the creative team for this spinoff. That all I knew it was a Power Book 3. That was all I knew. And I'm like, you know what? The opportunity to go and meet with the creators of this new Power show. I already know the work speaks for itself. So it's going to be fantastic. You know, that is something that was a no-brainer to me. So I was excited as a fan coming into it, as a fan of Courtney Kemp's, as a fan of the world that had already existed prior to me coming on, that it was going to be something I want to be a part of. I mean, come on. And so then to read the script, still not knowing what the name of the show was, the characters were all not the same. Like it was all different. It was trickery all up and down that thing. But I remember what stood out to me was the mother-son relationship. I didn't know how much she was involved in it. I didn't know where it was going. But with the scene and the script that I later received to read, I knew that this woman was a boss. I knew that roles like this don't exist for women of color like myself often. And I knew that it had to be mine. And I was the person that was going to do this justice. And so I secreted the hell out of it. I did everything. I pulled from all of my own little things that make me me and my own experiences. And I threw it into this woman. And I was just excited for the opportunity. I get the role. And then they tell me, hey, spoiler alert, it's to play Raquel Thomas in Raising Kanan, and it's based on, and I was like, holy crap. Holy crap, are you serious? So then I got really nervous, and then I was just excited, and now here we are. No, I mean, there's no pressure. I welcome that type of stuff. I think that's where all the fun is. The fun for me was, you know, because 50 Cent was so successful in sort of getting who, you know, really creating this character, this sociopath who we know as Kanan. And, you know, Kanan is so iconic to the story as much as Ghost and Tommy. Kanan was maybe a little more, I don't know, because he was so ruthless. I was excited to take viewers back to the beginning. And I was excited to kind of peel the layers off of like this whole world, you know, because nobody starts off like that. So it was very interesting to me to take a character that everyone loves and take you back to the beginning. Before there was a Ghost, before there was a Tommy, there was a 15-year-old Kanan, and there was a Raquel Thomas and a family of Thomases running it. And Kanan learns everything from them. So at the end of the day, I wasn't nervous about it. I was just excited. And, you know, obviously all of the different weird qualities that Kanan possessed in the series, I did kind of look at and kind of study to see what that was. But then I blacked it out because then now in the series, we have the opportunity. It's a fresh set of characters that the universe, it's a fresh new set of characters that are now entering the Power universe that you will know and love soon. So it was fun for me. No, I'm very blessed to be a part of a process where, you know, I've been given this incredible opportunity and everybody has allowed me to do what I do. And, you know, the writing is so fantastic. You know, obviously we talked to the showrunner, but 50 has done a great job of just letting us do what we do. Because at the end of the day, you know, we've all been assembled to sort of do the thing that we all do and bring our own experiences to it. And so I love that I've had the ability as Patina to go off and research and talk to my actor, talk to my friends on set, and talk about our relationships and build our own backstories without having someone tell me what my backstory is, other than our creator, Sasha Penn. Sasha has given us an incredible amount of freedom to sort of just throw all of ourselves into it and, do our best work. It's a collaborative work. And I think great work comes out of a collaboration. And that's what this has been. So 50 has been great with just being a cheerleader. He already knows what we do, how we're going to come with it. So, there was really no reason to do any of that. I do know what you mean. I think at the end of the day, raising Kanan, a lot of at the core of it, I think it it means raising Kanan. I think it's through the lens of Raquel, the raising part of it, and she is his educator. She is his only sort of way into what this all is. But a lot of things raise Kanan. His environment is raising Kanan, like being just in Southside Jamaica, Queens in 91, Kanan is learning an experience that you can only learn having to be able to really just having to be in that world. And so it's a coming of age story, right? Like his experiences and the things that he's around, the things that he sees growing up is ultimately what drives him to his demise in the end. And I think the raising Kanan in terms of Raquel, she is a mother and she is trying to raise her son in the best way that she knows how. She has had him at 15. And so they've learned together. And so she's constantly trying to maneuver and figure out different ways. Kanan is at a point in his life that she doesn't know yet. He's 15 years old. He's on the cusp of being a man, or so he thinks. And so that is an entirely new world for Rock, because he's been her baby. And now that he is not as naive as one would think, he is smart, just like she is. All of the actions, all of the things that she's done in her past will all have a consequence now, right? So it is that thing of careful what you say, careful. People are always watching, children will listen. I mean, I hate to take it to like a Sondheim place because I'm a musical person, but there is this lyric of careful the things you say, children are listening, people are watching. And that is, we're a product of our environment. We can, and she's constantly warning him. So there's a lot of lessons that she's trying to teach Kanan throughout this series and to push him away from the business. And then she figures out, all right, I'm trying to tell you, please don't do this. And what happens to him in power? We know. Yes. Everything she does is for her son. I think Raquel, like I say, good. I mean, in my opinion, yes, she's a great mother, considering the circumstances of where we are in the time, and just where we are. Yes, she is a good mom. I mean, he's smart. Kanan is very smart. Kanan has his life ahead of him. When you meet him in the first episode, he has a great opportunity to go and, go to another school because he is so smart, so that is kudos to her for giving him what he needs in that way to sort of like be challenged in an academic way. So I think right now she's moving through motherhood. One can say good in the way that she knows how. One could also say terrible mom, but she's navigating it all. It's good some days. It's not good some days. It's being a mother there. Yeah, I think I'm good some days. I think it's bad other days, but at the core, the heart of it, she has nothing but love for her son. I see, so throughout the first episode, all she's tried to do was say, no, Kanan, don't worry about this. Don't get into this. Don't do this. And even when Kanan does something stupid, like you will see, he does something that she has already dealt with. And he not only endangers himself, but he endangers her and the business. And now there is another part of it that she has to worry about because it's her son. Now she's forced to live in this way that she's not used to and that she may have to do certain things. And so she's tried to push him away from the business. Now she sees, you know what? He's not listening. So what can I do? The best way I can be a mother is I can teach him not to be crazy out here. And if you're going to learn from anyone to do anything, you're going to learn it from me. You're not going to learn it from your little friend, from your uncle. I'm going to teach you how to protect yourself. Because now that you've chosen to say you're a man and you want to be in this world and you want to play with the big dogs like your mom, this is what you're going to have to do. And a warning, something's going to be following you for the rest of your life. This is the turning point for him. He can no longer go back to being that young, innocent, naive boy that I wanted so desperately for him to be. Now he's a man. I can't wait for you to watch the show.